Kentucky. This is WYNT Mountain News at 11.
Good evening, I'm Justin Case. We continue our severe weather alert day as a line of severe storms is making its way through the mountains. Chief Meteorologist Paige Noel joins us now with an update. Paige?
Yeah, Justin, we are still seeing that line of showers and storms moving through. We are also still in that severe thunderstorm watch. You'll notice that here it has been canceled for only Rowan County, but you'll notice starting to get canceled out west. That trend will continue, but for now, we are still in this watch until 1 o'clock in the morning for all the counties that are outlined in yellow. You'll notice a good portion of our eastern Kentucky counties. But there's that line of strong to severe storms moving through the mountains. As they move more south into the east, they'll actually start to become a little bit less severe. But as we head over into Jackson, we just saw this storm actually get expired. This was severe warning that's moving through parts of Jackson. Now you can see some heavy rain moving through Breathitt County, into parts of Owsley County, Lee County, even back into Jackson County. A little bit more scattered chances as you're looking just south of Paintsville and Johnson County, Floyd County, and southern Magoffin County as well. We also do have this flood advisory out. Now you'll notice that's for a good portion of our counties. That includes Rowan County, Morgan County. That also includes Menifee counties in that as well, parts of Magoffin and Johnson County, and that is until 1 a.m. as well. They've seen a lot of heavy rain in that area, but really over the past couple of hours, we saw those severe storms popping up ahead of this line. Now this line is starting to move through. Hopefully it'll start to die down here in the next few hours. We'll break down that full forecast as we head into the rest of that work week coming up in just a few short minutes.
Paige, thank you. $50,000 worth of equipment now gone, and one local contractor is offering a $5,000 cash reward to anyone who can help get it back. I talked with the owner of the company, who says this is a devastating blow to the small business he's been growing for the past 15 years. Now he needs your help making things right. It was Monday morning when Greg Hale began working on a construction project in the Line Fork community of Letcher County. Tuesday morning, he says he was shocked when he arrived.
We went in there to work that morning. Ain't like we was there for a week. Nobody had no time to come there and find us. Whoever done it is the local people.
$50,000 worth of parts stolen and other vandalism to his equipment.
Rage. Yeah, just rage.
Hale says the repairs and replacement parts are something he will have to pay for out of pocket.
Same as coming to my house holding a gun on me and taking $50,000 from me. No difference.
This rectangular place right here that's empty, this is where the winch used to be, and officials say that part alone costs anywhere from $35,000 to $40,000, and it weighs as much as 3,000 pounds. Hale believes the thieves knew what they were doing and have had experience around this kind of equipment.
Probably 3 to 5 hours at a minimum to do this, and they had to have some pretty good tools and some way of lifting the winch. It weighs probably excess of 3,000 pounds.
Even though he calls the theft a gut punch, he says he and his business will persevere.
We won't let it destroy us, but it's a major blow. We'll overcome, but it's hard times. I mean, we scrape and struggle like everyone else.
Working quickly to make sure the equipment can still be found intact. Hale is offering a $5,000 reward for any information that can help him get his equipment back. Kentucky State Police is investigating the case. They say they are checking all pawn shops and scrap yards in the area for the gear. Call Post 13 in Hazard if you have any information in the case. State police arrested a man in Clay County following a high-speed chase earlier this week. Investigators say this man, Derek Osborne, would not stop for them, exceeding 100 miles per hour. At one point, a state trooper says Osborne tried to run him off the road. He faces numerous charges, including wanton endangerment. 5 people are behind bars after a large Pike County drug bust. Officials say around $20,000 worth of methamphetamine was found inside a home along with other drugs. It happened on Cedar Hills in Pikeville. Pikeville Police Department Chief Chris Edmonds says usually drugs will come from out of town to be sold for a large profit.
You may go to Louisville and buy a little larger chunk than this right here for $4,500. You're going to come back into your area and make $40,000 on it.
All 5 arrested were taken to the Pike County Detention Center. Right now, it is still early in the investigation process. More charges may be filed at a later date. You can find this full story over on WYMT.com. Today's rains forced crews to suspend the search for a man missing on the Licking River. Officials say a 62-year-old man was fishing with friends when he became separated. No one has seen him since. Crews did find his rod and reel and his overturned canoe. They plan to search again when the weather is cooperating. New at 11, a growing problem for long-term care facilities. Nursing homes say ambulances are leaving patients without a way back home. It's driving a wedge between nursing home staff and ambulance services. As Miranda Combs explains, nursing homes are asking why ambulances aren't bringing people home.
112 residents live here. More than half have some degree of dementia. All require long-term care. Demetra DeVore is director of nursing here at Linden Woods Care and Rehab in Louisville. She knows the ropes, but recently emergency medical services, or ambulances, changed the routine.
It kind of makes you lose faith in the people who are out here to provide health care.
DeVore says the change started a couple of months ago. A patient takes a fall or something worse, and the nursing home doctor makes the call that the patient needs to go to the hospital. DeVore remembers one instance clearly.
And he decided she needed to go out, which would have been an emergent situation. So we called 911. They transported her to the hospital. The hospital evaluated her, felt like she didn't have any reason to be admitted, so they were going to send her back.
But instead, the nursing home patient sat in the emergency room for 7 hours.
They called the facility. It was around 10 o'clock at night, and said that we needed to come pick her up.
DeVore says they had no way to transport her and the family was far away.
And to tell us that EMS couldn't transport her because she didn't meet what they considered to be medical necessity is beyond me, because she meets every level of medical necessity.
An EMS responder told WKYT the problem is pay. Ambulance services can't bill Medicare when the nursing home patient doesn't technically need the ride.
They felt like they weren't going to get paid, I guess.
If an ambulance service was to charge Medicaid for a non-emergent ride, that would be fraud. And issues just like that are being caught by the feds here in Kentucky. But DeVore says her facility can't transport patients either.
It's illegal for us to transport our patients in our personal cars.
And if you think it's just this nursing home complaining, it's not. From small towns to the biggest, they are all of a sudden dealing with the same transport problem.
It's not just small pockets of complaints here and there, that it's really an issue.
DeVore just wants EMS and nursing home staff to come to the table and figure out how to get back home. In Louisville, Miranda Combs, WKYT.
On average, Linden Woods requires a patient transport 2 to 3 times a week. The Laurel County Sheriff's Office made 2 arrests in connection with 5 recent burglaries at AMVETS Post 127. Police say Lawrence Mullis appeared in surveillance video breaking in and even attempting to cut wires to what he thought were connected to cameras. Several items went missing, including 2 safes, a dollar change machine, a knife, fishing pole, and DeWalt drills. All items and drugs were found at Mullis's girlfriend's house, where a 10 and 13-year-old currently live. Rebecca Bates tells us she never knew any items were stolen or stored at their home.
I'm pissed off. I mean, I'm sitting here in jail. My kids are with a woman that, you know, is their makeshift grandmother.
Mullis and Bates face several charges, including burglary, receiving stolen property under $10,000, and wanton endangerment, among other charges. A Leslie County murder trial might end up delayed after a hearing today was canceled. Alyssa Noble's trial is currently scheduled to begin July 22nd. She's accused of hitting and killing Paige Hayes in a drunk driving crash in August of 2017. We are waiting to hear when she will be back in court and if the trial will be pushed back. Things are looking up at the Pineville Community Hospital as the city took over this week. However, employees are still waiting on checks. To help out, local businesses continue to support them. WYMT's Hannah Reynolds has more.
The Pineville community has been in new spirits since the city took over on Monday. However, employees still need their paychecks.
What about all these families that depend on that money coming in? They can't feed their families, they can't pay their bills. How are they going to survive?
Concern shared by everyone.
We all go to the hospital. We know the people that's employed at the hospital. So, you know, it's tough to hear it for them and their families.
Employees at Little Caesars say it has been heartbreaking hearing stories from employees when picking up food to feed their families. But just as the city stepped up to help employees, local businesses continue to do so as well.
We're giving the hospital employees, current employees, 50% off of their order due to the struggle of them not being paid.
as it is pivotal that the community help each other out until the hospital can fully get back on its feet. And locals hope the support does not stop here.
It makes me want to get my hands dirty and help them out.
Helping out to move the community in a new direction together. In Pineville, Hannah Reynolds, WYMT Mountain News.
The pizzas will be 50% off for current employees through the month of June. Family and friends said their final goodbyes to Matt North today, or on Monday, North was killed in a mining accident in Cumberland at the end of May. His brother Todd describes him as the comedian of the family who loved coal mining, his family, and the Kentucky Wildcats. Now that he's gone, the impact of who he was will be his everlasting legacy.
I think the effect he had on the coal miners he worked with, and then the love, that he always displayed with his family. We're all really super tight. And then I think the support he was for Mom, Dad, and my two sisters.
Matt North was 48 years old. People from all over the country gathered at Heinemann Settlement School for their annual Family Folk Gathering. From storytelling to wood carving to playing music, WYMT's very own Katie Cook talked to participants about why Appalachian culture is something special.
Music for me has become, through this Heinemann experience, a window.
A window to pass down the true meaning of the Appalachian spirit to generations ahead.
Singing together, dancing together, eating good meals together, and sharing stories.
The people you see are not performers. They come together this time of year to play music, solely for the sense of connecting through a shared culture.
And that's what it's all about, and that's what people have done here for hundreds of years.
And where music is closely related to memories, it even connects people to past generations.
When I hear a song or when we sing one of the old songs together, it puts me in touch with all the people who are no longer here.
Heinemann Settlement School provides a place where the people from Appalachia feel as one.
There's no distinction. You go into the dining hall, we all sit together, we're all on the same page.
A tradition worth continuing for years to come.
This is simply the most important week out of my year, every year.
So that the true meaning and spirit found in the heart of Appalachia.
And if we lose our, the folklore and lose the music, then we've really lost something.
Never fades away. In Knott County, Katie Cook, WYMT Mountain News.
This is Heinemann Settlement School's 42nd year of the Family Folk Festival. Coming up at 11, another round of severe weather for battered communities in the South and Midwest will take you there. And we are minutes away from the anniversary of one of the largest battles in modern history.
And showers and storms will taper off over the next few hours. I'll have a look at that full forecast next.